guys, what's up? Andrew here. It is currently, I think it's Monday, June 4th, yeah. So it's been a couple days since the last video, so we're going to talk about day number 2 of month number 12 here at Full Sail. It was my, I guess you could say the second day of audio post. Pretty good day. I've actually got my notes here. And I'm going to kind of just go through with you guys some of the things that we went over. And let's see, lecture 1. So one thing that I didn't mention in the last video is there are 45 pages here in this thing, so 45-page packet. I thought that this was notes for the whole month. It was only the notes for the first 3 lectures. Yeah, the first 3. So pretty crazy. So yeah, let's find lecture 2 real quick. All right, here we go. So it was about dialogue. As you can see, got lecture 2. Dialogue. Oh, and by the way, if you hear music in the background, which you probably shouldn't because this is a cardioid mic, it's bassdrive.com. I love Bassdrive. It's an awesome website. Drum and bass is actually one of my favorite genres of music. So yeah, check it out, bassdrive.com. Great stuff. But anyway, we actually had we talked about production audio on I think it was Wednesday. Pretty sure it was it Wednesday? God, let me see. Opening up the iCal. Sorry if the video pauses. No, okay, it was Thursday. Thursday we talked about production audio, and my instructor Lee actually had one of his friends. Well, it was it was one of his friends that's an instructor for the film department. He had this guy come in and talk to him, and he in addition to being the production audio instructor for the film programs, he owns his own production audio company as well. And so he talked to us like for the first half of lecture, like about what his company does, what it's all about, how they do it, and like the type of gear that he uses. And here's some more gear. We talked about the tiny lav mics that are easy to hide away in actors' clothes. We also talked about some wireless transmitters and all that. That's good stuff. And then lastly, and most importantly, the signal flow of a production audio setup or whatever. So really cool stuff. Excuse me. Really neat, interesting stuff. I thought it was pretty cool getting to hear it from someone that actually owns a production company. That was really neat. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And in the second half, we actually went into Pro Tools, and we went into some project setup stuff, and we discussed the basics of what your session should look like in Pro Tools, what your settings should be. For example, here at Full Sail, we always start our projects at 0 hours, 59 minutes, and 30 seconds. And I think that's an industry standard. I can't remember, but I do know that Academy leaders, it allows for the Academy leaders, so that's pretty cool. And we looked at time code rate. What else do we look at? The project setup workflow. We talked about reels, burn-ins, Academy leaders, the 2-pop and tail pop, which they're not in the movies anymore. They cut those out. They used to have them, like with the countdowns before the film started, but I don't know when they started cutting those out, but they don't put those in anymore. So yeah, we also went into dialogue editing, and we discussed that. We discussed understanding the perspectives of the camera and how to constrain regions. This is basically constraining regions in Pro Tools. It's like you hold down the control button, and I'm pretty sure. No, hold down the option button to copy, and then you hold down control to constrain the region. And basically what that means is that you can move the region vertically between tracks without moving it horizontally in time, which is a very handy trick. Like, seriously, like, it's good. Remember that. So yeah, we talked about how to constrain on both Mac and PC because some of the labs have PCs in them. At least the lab suites have run on PCs, but the Mix Palace has Macs, so it's cool. We also talked about dialogue editing workflow. How exactly to label your tracks, what tracks you need to make, Like, for example, 4 of the basic tracks that you should have is a junk track, a PFX track, ADR tracks, and dialogue tracks. And you can name those whatever you need to. Oh, and FUTZ tracks, also FUTZ, FUTZ, and that's like for lipless dialogue. And I guess also guide tracks, there's one more. And we looked at sound reports, and basically sound report tells you like what take, and it gives you description. So let's see. It gives sound reports files given to dialogue editors to have shot info in their names. Basically, it just tells you about all the different recordings and takes and everything. So you have your scene, your take, your roll take, and then the description. So give you another good look at that. I don't know if you can see it. But that's basically what a sound report looks like. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have to fill some of those out. Oops, Avid popped up. There we go. Okay. So let's see. What else? And we went over what a good sound report should contain. Let's see. Dialogue editing tools. So we got, okay, so on Thursday, we got to this first one here. And that was as far as we got that day. So when we came back on Saturday, we had to finish the rest of them. But because it's within the Lecture 2 stuff, I'll go ahead and talk to you about it. But I mean, it's basically all your standard, pretty much Pro Tools stuff, like the TCE trim tool, the scrub trimmer, loop trimmer, separation grabber, object grabber, and that's about it. So check out the notes there. So feel free to pause the video and check that out if you could see it at all. And then we also went into dialogue editing with discussing what backfill is. And that's basically areas around spoken dialogue that is filled with ambient room tone, And we discussed how to use the strip silence tool, which is pretty cool, and what all that can do. So yeah, Lecture 2 was really cool. I thought it was pretty neat that he had someone come in and talk to us. And then the second lab was amazing. It was Friday night. I had lab on Friday night. And it was in the Mix Palace. And the Mix Palace is basically, we each had our own HD rig with 5.1 surround in a small room all to ourselves with I think it wasn't D-Command, it was D-Controls, the DigiDesign D-Control console. It's basically a big just controller, just like the SSL Matrix, but it's there for a reason. There are functions that it has that it does, and it's pretty cool. I don't want to get all into it right now because I'm not quite sure just yet, but I'm learning. I've been reading the Pro Tools books and everything. But I actually took a quick video of me in the room, so I'm gonna edit that in at the end of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video now, so you guys can check out what the lab room sort of looked like. And yeah, it was all to myself. It was dark, cool, nice and zen. It was quiet, sound treated, really nice. They could have had better monitor speakers, in my opinion, but what can you do, I suppose. So anyway, guys, for now, take it easy. I'm about to make another video right after this one because I was slacking this weekend. I won't lie. So until next time, guys, take it easy, and I'll see you then. Enjoy the next part. All right, I know you guys can't. Really see me right now. I'm actually in my lab room here in the Mix Palace, and this Pro Tools HD rig is all mine. So I'm doing some dialogue editing here. I don't know what room numbers this is or anything, but yeah, this is all to myself. Nice, dark, cool, zen room. Working on this dialogue that was done by Jodie Foster. So. It's pretty cool, but hey guys, pretty awesome stuff all the way. So this is the Mix Palace. You get to touch this once you get to Audio Post, which is halfway through the program. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed kind of just taking a look. I'll show you one more time because it's cool. So yeah, this is the DigiDesign D-Control console, and we've got some monitors, and there's a big monitor up in the back there if you can see the dark blue, like you can probably see the little blip somewhere right there. So